Let's start out with I'm a freshman in high school. Freshman in high school. So, I'm a teenage girl, which means multiple social websites, right? And when I don't look like this at 3 o'clock in the morning, I tend to be semi-attractive. And so, of course, I'm gonna get hit on. Even if I wasn't that attractive, I probably would end up getting hit on at some point in time in my life. But when you can't use your English correctly, as in capitalization and punctuation and grammar, making sure your sentence and or sentences make sense before sending the message, you're just gonna piss me off. Whether it be writing a note, writing a letter, texting, instant messaging online, whatever it is not that hard to capitalize your I's and put an apostrophe in your and putting periods or freaking exclamation points or commas or question marks. It's not that hard. I promise you. When I am a freshman in high school and I can sit there and correct someone who has a 3.5 GPA in college and you get mad at me because I'm correcting you, please don't sit there and be like, oh, I have a 3.5 GPA in college. I just don't care to use it. Really? Intelligence is attractive. Just gonna let everybody know out there. And girls seem to be able to grasp the fact that the English language is not rocket science. And it is not that hard to put in a period or a comma or an exclamation point or spelling shit right and spelling words out. Really? About the only abbreviation I use is LOL or the occasional OMG or LMFAO. I use those. That's cool. But when you spell HRU, how are you? It's not that hard to spell out. You can spell out how, you can spell out R, and you can spell out U. And again, you could spell out laugh, out, and loud, but that just looks retarded. So why do it? But my main problem is when you spell I'm, and you don't capitalize the I, and you don't put an apostrophe. Is it really that hard to press an extra 2 keys on your keyboard? Really? I didn't know it was that hard. I didn't know that your hand was gonna fall off because you pressed 2 extra keys. So next time I correct you and you get mad and tell me that you have a 3.5 GPA in college, you can't sit there and brag about your 3.5 GPA if you're not willing to use it in your everyday life. Really? I mean, seriously, you can't sit there. I have a 3.5 GPA, so if you have a 3.5 GPA, is it really that hard to put in a comma or an apostrophe? I'm a freshman in high school, and obviously I find it to be pretty easy and pretty simple. So I don't think it's going to be that hard for you. So if you're going to try and talk to me, make sure you use your English language. Okay? You grew up speaking this, so it's not that hard to spell out you. Really, it's not. And if you don't, and I correct you, don't get pissed off, because I warned you. It's not that hard. Especially when I sit there and you ask me what bothers me most when I talk to people, and I tell you that it's the fact that people don't know how to use their goddamn English language, and then you turn around and you spell shit wrong, like you forgot the H in what? Really? one key. It really doesn't make it that much simpler to just drop the H. I mean, seriously. Don't be an idiot. Use your intelligence. Okay? Intelligence is attractive, and no girl wants to get with somebody who's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, they just don't. At least attempt it. Even if you don't get everything right, at least attempt it. Okay? And a lot of you might get mad at me and be like, oh, but it's just so much simpler to just drop the H, or not put the apostrophe, or the comma, or the period. Maybe easier and simpler, but it makes you look stupid. Okay? I mean, if you can use it in the classroom, why can't you use it outside the classroom? Apply your intelligence to everything. It's not that hard. I promise. You will not die because you pressed an extra key on your keyboard. I promise. And if you do die because you pressed an extra key on your keyboard, promise that I will be at your funeral crying and telling everybody that it was my fault, and I will let you put me in jail. I promise. You have my word. Just try and be more intelligent. Our society is failing because people are fucking stupid. Okay?